right, first things first, we'd like to get your reaction over what has transpired. This is the first time that we are seeing a first female Speaker of the National Assembly. What is your reaction, or how does this make you feel?
Well, first of all, I want to say that what has happened today is unfortunate. What we have seen that the UPND government has broken a long time settled practice of choosing presiding officers. What the practice has been in the past, it has been the spirit of inclusiveness, where political parties, both the ruling and opposition, are given a chance to elect one of the presiding officers, so that there is inclusivity. But what we have seen now is that the Speaker is coming from the UPND, the first Deputy Speaker is also coming from the UPND, and the second Deputy Speaker is coming from the UPND. Yeah, so it's really, really unfortunate that the UPND government is bent on destroying the democracy that we fought for. We have seen them go all out to petition all the seats from the PF. Now we have seen that happening in Parliament. We are going to have a skewed Parliament, and that is very, very unfortunate. For us as the Patriotic Front and other opposition political, the PNP here, we want to put it on record that the Zambians must be on alert. The UPND are on a path to try and destroy the democracy that we created. What we would have expected was the selection of presiding officers should have been inclusive, so that we have a balanced Parliament. We have a House that is able to speak to issues. So they are in some indecent haste to ensure that there is no opposing voice. And that is unfortunate. This is too early in the day for them to act in that manner. So we thought we should put that on record. It's a very, very unfortunate day to our democracy indeed.
This has happened. Is there anything that you are going to do to change the narrative?
Well, first of all, the first step is this. We have to start speaking to the Zambian people. Because if you monitor the statements coming from the president of the UPND, there's been a lot of inconsistencies. Every other day he's speaking against. The first statement he made was that it was going to be inclusive. That was his first statement. He said the Zambian people had been worried and had been treated to statements that they were going to be tribal, they were going to be regional, and he made an undertaking to the Zambian people that he was going to be inclusive. So what we have seen is total failure right from the first day, including today. So we will do our part, first of all, to ensure that the Zambian people know the kind of leadership that they have now in the UPND.
All right. And also, before I let you go, I'd just like to hear your comments. This time around, you are, leader of the opposition. We do understand that in the last session of Parliament, you are actually in the ruling side. Are there any challenges that you are likely to face?
Well, first of all, the first challenge is just what I've pointed out. Where you have a House that is not inclusive. What we expected, we expected sobriety in the House. Firstly, there's been a smooth transfer of power, where President Edgar Chagwalungu, a real statesman, he ensured that even if we had every reason to petition the past elections, he made sure that he allowed it. He looked at the bigger picture, peace for Zambia. So we expected to have a parliament that would be decent. And us as in the opposition, we offered and undertook to provide credible checks and balances. We are however worried that the composition of the presiding officers leaves much to be desired. Like I said earlier, there seems to be this appetite by the president, Hakainde Hichilema, to want to obliterate the opposition, to want to bring about the one-party state, but want to make one undertaking. We will not allow that. We will fight to the hilt to ensure that the democracy that we fought for prevails.
Thank you so much for having an interview.
One region.
So the new slogan now is one Zambia, one side. That's what we're getting. One Zambia, one region.
One Zambia,
one region. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
After you have it, leader of the opposition, that is the Patriotic Front, giving us their reaction.